Hi, welcome to It's a Higher Raw Life, episode number 95. Today, I am going to demonstrate for you some of the middle steps that usually get left out of my videos. I spend a lot of time preparing a recipe, and then I try to zip through the actual setting up or dehydrating part so you can see the end result. Well, today, I'm in the middle of making 4 batches of onion crackers to live for, and I wanted to show you how I actually score and then flip the crackers over, because I got that question, how that works, and so I want to show you step by step. The batter was made this morning, spread it on my sheet. It's been in the dehydrator about 5 hours, so I'm pulling those sheets out. Now, I use a trusty little pizza cutter, simple and inexpensive. And I just slide my Teflex sheet off onto my counter. I leave it on here. Now, I flip the crackers, you'll see, after I score them, which almost doesn't make sense. You'd think it would be smarter to flip it first, but there's a reason why I do it this way and then make a little bit of a mess, because I don't want to cut on the mesh sheets. It might be okay, but I don't know. I've cut before on the Teflex and they handle it fine, so I don't want to accidentally cut through my mesh sheet. That's why. So anyhow, you take your sheet, lay it down. Now I'm going for just rectangular crackers or square crackers. So, I hope that the angle is good. So I just take my pizza cutter and score right through several lines like this. And then go the other way to make the size crackers that I want. Now when I'm doing a tortilla chip, it takes me a little bit more time than this, because then I make it a little bigger square and actually go do to make the triangles, but it's the same process. Okay? Now these Paraflex or Teflex sheets that I use are very, very sturdy. So there's a possibility that maybe the brand that you have is not as sturdy. You'll have to figure that out. If that's the case, then you should flip your crackers first and maybe right onto a cutting board or something, okay? Okay, so boom, I've got my crackers all scored. I made these nice and small because these I like to use as chips, and I dip them. And now I want to flip these over right onto my mesh sheet, because that's where I'm going to let it finish its drying and get extra crispy. So what I do is I just put the mesh right down on top with my tray. Now, if you try to lift this up and over, it spills out everywhere. So I take a tray I'm not using, or if you happen to be using all of your trays, just pull off the item on your tray, and you just need the sturdy part. And then I slide it underneath, like so. I've actually left the mesh sheet on, the Teflex sheet on there before on the tray, and have just cut right on it. But you get a much better base, and it's a lot faster if you put it on something flat and solid. Anywho, da-da-da-da, flip, pull that up, and now I'm just going to peel away the Teflex sheet. And so sometimes I let the crackers go a little bit longer so that they're drier on the bottom. But today, the way my schedule works is I'm home now, and I have to go out, you know. So anyways, everybody's like that. You have to work within your schedule, unless this is what you do all day long, make crackers. So you're just going to peel the sheet away. See how it comes away? So the drier it is, obviously, the faster it'll peel away. But like I said, my schedule today. And most of you who watch me from the emails that I get, I know, have lives just like mine, and you're busy. So how it goes. Oh, these are so pretty with the golden flax seeds. I usually only make these crackers with the dark flax seeds. So, okay, here we go. Okay, this sheet, I scrub it right in the sink. Just toss it in and I just wash it. Love that. Okay, so now you see my tray of crackers has been flipped over. They've been scored into cracker pieces. And it's going to go back into the dehydrator. So that's how I score and flip my crackers. So I hope that was helpful. If any of you else, besides Ruth Ann, who was wondering how I do that, that's the whole shebang, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do my others. But first I'm going to say goodbye, and thanks for watching It's a High Raw Life. See you next time. The last tray that I did, I was really, really wet still. It was like the middle tray or something. So then I realized that what I should tell you is if your batter is still too wet and you can't flip it over yet, it's not ready, or this is when you have time to score it, just score it and put it back in. Just put it back in just like this. Let it dry for another hour or two, and then you can just pull it out and just do the flipping part of it. So it's totally fine, and some batters require you to do that, to just give it a quick score and then continue dehydrating it for a while. And you usually can tell when it's ready to be flipped over because it lifts up a little bit on the edges. But sometimes even if the outer four sides of your sheet are dry and lifting, the center still needs some more time. That's also a good time to just turn your tray inside the dehydrator. If it's been in like this the whole time, just pull it out and give it a turn, either a quarter turn or a half turn. So there's a couple more tips for you, and I had to throw that on and say goodbye again. Goodbye again.